I'm back. What is going on, everybody? It's Jeremy, and welcome back to another video. It has been a while. Don't say nothing. Please don't. Don't. It's been stressful lately. There's been a lot happening. School, crazy. Mental health, whew. Physical health, get out. No. But I needed to make something, and I have missed doing makeup so bad. So here we are, ready to get started over here. Okay, so today I asked my Instagram followers which makeup look I should do, either old age or zombie. I was expecting y'all to say old age, and a majority of them said zombie. It was a joke. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna attempt it anyways, cause yeah. So I'm gonna gather up all of my supplies that I need, and then I'll be right back and I'll show you guys what exactly we're using, and then we'll dive right into it. So I have gathered all the supplies and realized that there is a lot, and this is gonna get messy, but we're ready. We're ready. So we're gonna be using this Mayron Cream palette. It is the Mask Cover palette. We are using liquid latex, our favorite. Yay! Spirit gum and spirit gum remover. We've got one of our little prosthetics, and we're also going to be making a prosthetic. I will show you guys how to do that. We've got our translucent powder, 3 different types of blood. We have squirt blood, we have coagulated blood, and we have stage blood. 4, I guess, because we're also going to be using tooth blood. We have Tooth FX, it's the nicotine and staining one. And then we have our hair white. So let's just go ahead and get started, because this is going to take me all night. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing is making the prosthetic, and for this you're really just going to need, to start off, the liquid latex and then some tissue. I would normally use a sponge to put the liquid latex on, but I still haven't gotten them because I haven't been doing makeup lately, and I don't have the money to be doing that right now, so I will be ruining another brush. It's okay, because I need to get new ones anyways. I've had those for far too long. So you're going to want to choose a certain spot on your face, and I'm probably going to choose right here. And you're going to go ahead and put a layer of liquid latex down wherever you want this to be, and you'll see what it looks like towards the end. You're going to lay that down, and then you're going to take your tissue, and you want to try to not have many wrinkles in it, but we'll see how that plays out. You're going to lay it on top, pat it down, and then I like to let it sit there for a quick second, and then you're gonna rip off the surrounding part of it. I will be right back to show you what that looks like. Once the tissue is on there and you've ripped off the excess, you're gonna add another layer of liquid latex on top of this, which I already did off camera, and then you're gonna let this dry. And then we're gonna go back and repeat this process maybe 2 more times. And when you're repeating the process, as you are putting more on, you want to start decreasing the size. So when I go back in for another layer of tissue, you're gonna wanna decrease and maybe do more of the center right here, because you don't want it on the edges, because then it'll create like a lift almost, and you don't really want to lift. So funny story while I'm waiting for this to dry. I did a makeup look like 2 weeks ago maybe, and I was so excited for it because it was like this devil look that I wanted to do, because I have like a red cream foundation, and I didn't have any prosthetic horns, but I was like, you know what, I can make this work. I can still make it work, right? It was bad, y'all. Like, nothing was blending properly. It was so like splotchy. There was like parts that wasn't picking up pigment on my face. Like, it was so bad and I was so pissed off. And then I stained literally everything trying to get that makeup off. My hands were stained, my door was stained, the bathroom sink was stained, my desk was stained. Like, it was bad. But I want to do the look again so bad because I have so many ideas for it. I just don't have the prosthetics, and I was trying to make prosthetics, but then I was like, damn, I don't have cotton balls, which would have been so helpful. It was a mess, but I want to redo it soon. So fingers crossed that I have the time to redo it soon and that it actually looks good this time. Okay, we're gonna finish drying this, but in the meantime, I want to get the other prosthetic piece on. So we're using this small little bullet wound. And for that, you're going to need Spirit Gum, and you are going to need Fixative A. This is by Mayron. It is a prosthetic sealer. You can also use other products from other makeup companies. I know Kryolan has a Pros-Aid, which is to help with prosthetics as well. Whatever you have is whatever you have. It doesn't matter. I just love Mayron. Please sponsor me. Please. So to start off, you're going to want to put Spirit Gum on the back of your prosthetic piece. You're also going to want to put some where you're putting the wound. I'm going to put it right here in the center of my forehead. So let me go ahead and do that off camera, and then I will show you guys what to do afterwards. That's on. This is dry. We're coming back to this. So you're going to want to take a sharp object, not too sharp, please, because I don't want y'all cutting yourselves. Take an object and try to cut through this. Don't cut all the way in the length, but just in the middle so you have an opening right there. Okay, last step before we are done this part for now. I went ahead and cut into here, opened it up, and flipped the sides of the cut over and used a little bit more liquid latex to like seal them down so that way it like leaves an opening. Ignore this, it's lifting for whatever reason. We're just gonna keep moving forward. So you're gonna take a little bit of liquid latex. You're gonna go inside of here. Make sure all of that is nice and covered. Gonna put a little bit more, my skin is on fire. Okay. You're gonna take a little bit of tissue, and this can be however wrinkly, messy, whatever. You're just gonna place that right in there. And you are going to one more time go ahead and seal that with some liquid latex. I might have used a little bit too much tissue, but we push on. So the last thing we're gonna do with the liquid latex now, I promise you guys we're about to be done with this. You're just gonna find some like little areas. I saw a tutorial that recommends you putting it all over your face, and I'm simply not gonna do that because all this. But I'm just gonna go ahead and choose some areas, and we're going to just lay liquid latex down on it. Sorry. And once we have the liquid latex laid down in these areas, you're gonna go ahead and start like ripping some holes into it. And this is gonna like create like a weird skin little situation for the look. And then once this is done, we can move on from the liquid latex onto the next step. Whew. Okay, now that everything is dry, it looks a little crazy, I know. But we're gonna go into the palette that I mentioned earlier in the shade Zombie. Duh. And just cover the whole face with this. I don't like how the liquid latex has caused that, so I'm gonna peel it off and just go back over my face with the cream makeup, and we're gonna try that again. Okay, we fixed it. Now I'm gonna go in with the color set powder, and I'm going to really get that all into here in order to get rid of the glossiness that's happening. And also that way I have a good, like, solid base for me to go back in with the liquid latex and kind of create those rips in the skin. So I'm gonna do all of that off camera because I don't want this to take 5 million years, but we'll be back. Okay, that's done. Here's how we're looking so far. I know the prosthetic pieces look really weird right now, and I don't know why they are doing that, but we're gonna keep going because I don't feel like restarting this. So yes, next step, I'm gonna try to go back in with the liquid latex and see if I can do the, like, tears of skin again. So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt that, and we will see what happens. I think I'm gonna start off with, like, a little small area just because I don't want to, like, completely ruin this look. Oh, child, damn. I know I said small and then I, like, did that, but hopefully this dries down clear enough to where it will almost be, like, unrecognizable, because then I can just use some powder to make it not be shiny and we can move forward with it. I'm still really mad about these though. Like, this is not making sense to me why the color is acting so different around it. Might try to add more color on there. I don't know. We'll see what's going on once we get there. It worked. Look at that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back and do the rest of it again and peel some of it off and pray to God that the color stays on. But I will be back after I do all that, and then we can move on to some next stuff. Next step is I'm gonna go on with some detailing on the face, do some shadowing, add some veins, and I want to add a bite mark down here, so I'm gonna do that as well. Okay, so I'm currently trying to do the bite mark, and I'm using Mehron's Extra Flesh, and y'all know how I feel about this Extra Flesh. I don't like it. It's sticky, it's gross, it gets all over the place, but it is what it is. So right now I'm just trying to get down 2 lines, and then we can move on to the next part of that. I feel like that's good for the first line. How am I gonna color this in? We'll get there when we get there. No, I took it off. No, I'm just gonna draw it on. So I'm going to use a little bit of red cream makeup and draw little bite marks to know where I need to put the blood, and then I'm gonna put the veins on it and everything. Give me a second. Okay, scratch the bite mark. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm okay with that, trust me. I'm gonna take a small detailing brush and go in with some black eyeshadow to do some veins. I'm also gonna add a little bit of purple and a little bit of red. I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera because I know this video is already long enough. So I will be back with the next step once I'm done that. Okay, so most of the details are added. I did all the veins. It's not the prettiest, guys. I'm so sorry. Next step is we need to start adding the blood, and we also need to do the tooth FX. So I'm gonna end with the tooth FX because that shit is disgusting. So, oh, actually, before the blood, I need to do the hair white. So let me go ahead and do that. The hair white is pretty easy. It comes out of your hair with just washing it. It's not the end of the world, you know. I am gonna add it into my hair. I'm gonna add some into my eyebrows, a little bit on my lashes. Not really gonna worry about the beard much. Okay. Hair paint is in. Time for blood. So, like I said earlier, we have 3 different bloods that we're gonna be using. I'm gonna use the coagulated blood inside of the prosthetic pieces. That is this one right here. Squirt blood, I'm going to squirt a little bit around where that prosthetic piece is and a little bit around the mouth. And then the stage blood is gonna go in my mouth. Before I do the stage blood in my mouth, I am going to do the nicotine tooth effects and the tooth blood. So I am gonna show you guys me doing all of that stuff. It's just gonna be cut out, sped up a little bit, doing my little editing thing, whatever. I'll be back though. For the coagulated blood, I am using just a regular paintbrush and I'm just dipping into it. It is a very thick consistency, guys. And I'm just packing that in there. And if it drips, it drips. Trust me, we're putting blood basically everywhere. I wish I had like fake blood I can put in my eyes, because that'd be great, but I don't. But we have an idea. But yeah, we're just packing this inside of the puncture wounds. And really making sure that we get that blood in there. This is the first time I'm working with like different types of blood, and I think it's so cool how there's just so many different types that you can use for stage productions or for just makeup like this, you know. Next, I'm gonna go in with the squirt blood. I don't know what the consistency of this is. Oh, okay. Stipple sponge. That looks lovely. Oh, it's going everywhere. Okay. This is cool though, I like this. Yeah, I like this. So, oh, okay. Too much, Jeremy, too much. Yeah, and then I want to take some of it on the brush. Have it drip down from there. And same thing over here, I want it to drip down. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a feeling I was gonna do that. It's fine though. It's fine. If it would stop moving though, that would be great. Okay. I'll be back, y'all. Okay, so now that we're done with most of the blood, we're gonna go in with the tooth effects, and y'all know how I feel about this stuff. It tastes nasty, but I'm gonna do it for y'all because I love y'all. So take a tissue and dry your teeth off really, really, really well. Ugh. Okay, so now that they're dry, I'm gonna take the nicotine toothpaste. Oh my, y'all. Y'all know I don't like this. Okay, now that this is in and looks disgusting, I'm not gonna do the tooth blood because I don't want to deal with that again. So I'm just gonna go in with this one, and this one is edible. It is literally just corn syrup. So yeah, sorry y'all, I'm leaking, hold on. So this is basically the finished look. Yeah, not my best work, but it still turned out pretty decent. Let me know what other looks you guys want to see, and I'll try to get those done soon. But until then, bye guys. I'll see y'all soon.